What's going on, YouTube gang? It's MLB DFS coming to you live and direct. Here to give my favorite plays for today. We got 11 game main slate. Today is Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a great day. Feel free to like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Press that bell icon to always stay notified of new videos. Let's jump into it. Going with my first play at pitcher, Gerrit Cole, 9,900 on DraftKings, 11,200 on FanDuel. Overall, great play against the Angels, averaging a 2.80 ERA for the season with a 12.23 strike rate, and he has a 13-6 record. He's averaging around 24.8 fantasy points per game in the past 20 starts, averaging 33 strike rate, and he even has a 33% strike rate versus righties. And he's going mostly righties for today, in which the Angels line is averaging a 26.9 strike rate versus right-hand pitchers. Gerrit Cole, great play as he's been crushing LA here, 31, 29, 35, 35, 34 in the last 5 games. To me, it's a safe spot overall on both platforms for today. Now going for some savings plays, I do like James Kaprielian against Detroit. He's 8,500 on DraftKings, 88 on FanDuel. I love the Oakland stack for today, so it could be a great play. He's averaging a 3.65 ERA for the season with 9.13 strike per 9 innings. Now he has a 7-4 record so far in the season with 15.4 fantasy points per game with a 24.5 strike rate. And he's averaging a 30.3 strike rate versus right-hand bats with a .177 average against them. So love the Oakland stack. Detroit averaging a 25.4 strike rate versus right-hand pitchers. James Kaprielian, great play to consider. All right, let's go to our next play. Going to our first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero. He's been crushing it. He had 2 home runs back-to-back, and going against Harvey, in which he has amazing stats against him. A 7.14 batting average against him, 5 for 7, 1.893 OPS against him. Got to go back to the well here. He has a 309 batting average versus righties in the past 20 games, 3 for 4 home runs, 7 for 9 RBIs, averaging 23 fantasy points in the past 2 games in this Baltimore series. He's basically almost an automatic home run against Baltimore this season. 7 out of the past 11 games with a home run against Baltimore. So going back here at first baseman. I want to go for some savings. I do like Frank Schwindel, 3,200 on DraftKings, 33 on FanDuel. He's also a great play. He has a 304 batting average versus righties in the past 20 games, 3 for 5 home runs, 10 out of 13 RBIs against righties, a 268 ISO, a 372 WOBA. He also had 2 home runs in the past 2 games, averaging 14 fantasy points. So I like this play as well for him for today. All right, let's go to our next play. Going to our second baseman. I'm going to go with Josh Harrison, 3,900 on DraftKings, and get him for 2,700 on FanDuel. He's 5 for 12 going against Peralta with a 417 batting average, a 962 OPS. Definitely think it's a great play here. 250 batting average against right-hand pitchers, 3 out of 4 stolen bases against righties, 2 for 2 home runs, 4 out of 8 RBIs against righties with a 188 ISO, a 332 WOBA. And like I said, going against Peralta, he does well with 250 ISO, a 535 WOBA against him. He had a 20 fantasy point game yesterday, so that's good to see. Hopefully keep the flame rolling, as he had 3 for 5 yesterday with 2 RBIs and a stolen base. So Josh Harrison getting stats across the board. Like this play here at second baseman. All right, let's go to our next play. Going to our third baseman. With the same game, we got Matt Chapman, 5,100 on DraftKings, 3,500 on FanDuel. Matt Chapman is also in a great play. He had 30 last night. He has a 261 batting average against righties in the past 20 games, 4 for 9 home runs, 9 out of 15 RBIs against righties with a 414 WOBA, a 283 ISO, and he had a 30 fantasy point game yesterday with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. This is definitely an Oakland stack for me in this play for today at a 5.1 implied team runs for today. The wind is also blowing out center in his favor at 13 miles per hour today. Matt Chapman, great play to consider for your lines. Another play you also could look at is Justin Turner at 4,500 on DraftKings. You can get him for 37 on FanDuel. He's 8 for 16 going against Max Fried. 500 batting average, y'all, with 3 home runs, a 1.681 OPS against him. Justin Turner is an amazing play to look at for your lines for today. Even though he's been cold lately, definitely think he'll bounce back in this favorable matchup against Fried. Let's go ahead and give you a shortstop position play, because I definitely like Ahmed Rosario against the Royals. He's 48 on DraftKings, get him for 32 on FanDuel. This guy is in an amazing spot. He crushed it yesterday. 43 fantasy points. He was 5 for 5, 2 home runs, and 5 RBIs. And he's going against Cowher, who is garbage. It seemed like, 1.261 OPS against righties, 1.436 OPS against lefties. This is a great play for Cleveland for today. Going to a spot where he's a 367 batting average against righties in the past 20 games, 3 for 4 home runs, 10 out of 17 RBIs against righties, with a 425 WOBA, a 267 ISO. And going against Cowher, he averaging a 20.25 ERA against right-hand bats in 17 play appearances. This could be a home run derby tonight for Cleveland today. All right, let's go to our last play, going to outfielders. Bradley Zimmer, he's a great value play. 2,600 on DraftKings, 24 on FanDuel. This is too cheap. As we know, Bradley Zimmer's best hits against righties. Like I said, Cowher 1.436 OPS against lefties. Zimmer's in a great spot. He also could dominate in this spot for today. So going to go here, he's averaging a 311 batting average against righties, 5 for 5 stolen bases, 3 for 4 home runs, 9 out of 11 RBIs against righties, a 267 ISO, a 421 WOBA. So Bradley Zimmer, great play against Cowher for today as a great value spot. Another spot I also want to look at will be Tony Kemp. He has 2,800 on DraftKings, 21 on FanDuel. This could also be overlooked against Peralta. It's also a great valuable play. He had 19-10 in the last 2 games in this Oakland stack for today. So these are my favorite plays for today. Like the plays, give a thumbs up. Any questions, comment below. Using Draft Dashboard tools in the link in my description. You want access to my player pool, click the link. It's $1 up to 30 days. When you sign up, you get access to the MLB cheat sheet, your sleepers, and your studs. Click on the watch players, you get access to my player pool up top for watch MLB DFS picks, be either DraftKings or FanDuel. So I love y'all. Y'all collect that bag. It's MLB DFS, and y'all stay blessed. And I'll see y'all in the next video.